Hello students, I am Dr. Navjot Kamal. Let's start with our next module, that is software and type of softwares. Dear students, you all must have come across computers being used at many different places, at the post office, at the hospitals, bookstores, grocery shops, universities, bank, publishing house and all around you. But have you ever wondered how the similar looking machines can behave so differently? What is that makes them extremely useful machine for varied and unlimited purposes, unlike any other machine available to us? For example, think of a crane which can only lift loads. Its usage is quite limited, but a computer can be used to create a document, do calculations, give presentation, book movie tickets, play movies, music or games and whatever you want. What makes the computer so versatile? Think for a while. The answer is software. It is the software that enables a computer to perform all the useful and desired functions. Different type of software help a computer to be used for multiple and varied purposes. In totality, different areas of the work can be done with the software. So today we will learn what is software and what type of the different software we are having. First, let us take what is software. A software is a set of simple and step-by-step sequence of instructions that tell the hardware what to do and how to do it, or the organized set of instructions written in a defined order and to accomplish a specific task is called a computer software or computer program. Hence, a computer software provides intelligence to the hardware, which otherwise just a collection of circuits and piece of plastic and metals. It is the set of programs which help the computer to function properly. Without software, most computer would be useless, or we can say in reality the hardware is nothing without software and a software requires a platform to run, that is hardware. Example of various softwares are MS Office, PowerPoint, Excel, VLC, etc. It is the duty of the programmer to write the software that gives a computer the ability to solve any simple or complicated job. So dear student, as of now we have learned what is software and the relationship between the hardware and software. Now let us move to the next part of our module, which is the type of software. There are wide variety of software available today and there is no clear-cut distinction in certain software systems. Rather, all type of the software are interrelated to each other. You know, there is a famous law called as Lehman's law of continuing change, which states that any large software system that is being used will undergo a continual change. Because the system used will suggest additional functionalities, means there is a dynamic process of software change, starting from the design, development and even after development, like we go for debugging even after software is being developed. We go for update versions of any developed software. Then how would you decide about the characteristic of an ideal software? Different persons review a software on different basis. User wants software to be very user friendly, whereas a software developer who is involved in designing, coding want anticipated results. So these characteristics are always variable. Even then, there are few characteristics which are considered to be a good software, which are functionality, which relates to the extent of presentation of software against its expected purpose. It should be easy to install and maintained. It should be reliable, efficient and robust or long lasting. Then it should be manageable and portable or platform independent. And above all, it should maintain its integrity and should be secure. So students, let's have a look at different type of the software one by one. First, let's take up the system software. System software helps to run the computer hardware and system. It is designed to control the operations of the computer and coordinate all external devices like communication devices, printers, keyboard, display units, etc. It manages all the computer resources like memory and processor time in optimal and in stable manner. System software provide a useful link between the user and the computer. It also assists the computer in the efficient control, support, development and execution of application software. System software is essential for computer hardware to be functional and useful. System software are further classified into 4 different categories. The first one is operating system. An operating system is essential for any computer to be useful to us. That means when a user wants the hardware to do something, the request is always communicated to and processed by the operating system. That means act as an interface between the user and the computer and help the user to talk with the computer, or you can say it interprets between the hardware application program and the user. Another job of the operating system is to manage all the computer resources to optimize its performance. It provides common services for efficient execution of various application software or provides platform for different applications. For example, if you want to make Excel sheet or want to surf your social account through a browser, all these are mounted onto the operating system. Operating system also perform other basic tasks such as recognizing input from the keyboard, sending output to the display screen, keeping the track of the files and directory on the disk and controlling peripheral devices. For large system, the operating system has even greater responsibility and powers. Then there is device drivers. See, we have a large number of devices, or we sometimes refer them as accessories like keyboard, mouse, printer, graphic card, sound cards, card readers, CD, DVD drives, network cards, image scanners, etc. Tell me how these devices are being controlled. Again, you need a specific software program to control each hardware device being attached to the computer. It is very tedious to make any piece of the hardware work. So, device drivers are shared computer programs that provide an interface between the hardware devices and the operating system or other higher level programs. For example, to write to a hard disk, you need to know the specific address available. Wait till hard disk is ready to receive data and then feed it with data once it is ready. So, instead of writing the same code for device in multiple applications, you share the code between the application. To ensure that the shared code is not compromised, you protect it from the user and programs. Such a piece of code is called as device driver. Device driver are hardware dependent and operating system specific. They allow you to add and remove devices conveniently from your computer system without changing any of the applications using that device. Common hardware components that require drivers are keyboard, mouse, printers, graphic cards, sound cards, card readers, CD, DVD drives, network card, image scanner, etc. But how does a device driver work? Again, a device driver, which is a piece of software that help in communicating, operating and controls a hardware device being connected to your computer. So, their purpose is to define the mechanism whereby computer can access the connected devices. For example, if you wish to have a printout from the connected printer and we are giving a command like Ctrl+P to print a document, then this command goes to the device driver through the kernel of the operating system and then the job is accomplished. Next type of the system software is utility software. Utility software or utility program helps to manage, maintain, control computer resources. These programs are available to help you with the day-to-day course associated with personal computing and to keep your system running at the peak performance. Some of the utility programs are discussed below. We have antivirus software, that is, computer viruses are the software programs that are deliberately designed to interfere with the computer operation, record, corrupt and delete data or spread themselves to other computers and throughout the internet. So, the virus scanning software are the utility program designed to protect your computer from these viruses, worms and Trojan horses. Then we have backup utilities. Backup utilities refers to the making copies or data so that these additional copies may be used to restore the original after a data loss event happens. All type of the data could be backed up like pictures, Word documents, file, executables or an entire database. The main purpose is to recover the data in the event of data loss or data getting corrupted. Other purpose could be to recover historical data. A number of backup software are available that assist you in taking backup of your important data on the computer. A backup software could allow automated scheduling of backup in addition to just creating the copy of files. Then we have diagnostic programs. A diagnostic program is a program written for the purpose of locating problems with the software, hardware or both, or a network of systems. A diagnostic program provides solution to the user to solve issues. In practical experience, these tools do not usually identify the exact cause of the system problem, but they often provide some information about what is in the system and how it can be corrected. Then we have file view programs. File view utilities let you to see the contents of the wide variety of documents, even when you do not have the application on your system. A file viewer is a limited functionality software. It does not have a capability to create a file or modify the content of the existing one. Instead, it is used only to display or print the content. File viewer do not edit files, but they are able to save data in the different file format. Next is computer performance enhancement utilities. A number of utilities are available to improve the overall performance of the computer system by letting you speed up your system or increase storage space. Then we have disk defragmented utility, which reorganizes non-contiguous file into contiguous file and optimize their placement on the hard drive for increased reliability and performance. There are many hardware and software accelerator available to enhance the performance in the particular area. For example, download accelerator are software tools to increase the download speed, while graphic accelerator are coprocessor that assist in drawing graphics. The next type of the broad category of software is programming software, also called as programming development software. Usually provides tools to assist a programmer in writing computer programs and software using different programming languages in a more convenient way. It shields the application software programmer from the complex detail of particular computer being used. Programming software include compiler, debuggers, interpreter, linkers and text editors. Let us take what is compiler. A compiler is a program that translates the code written in a high level programming language called as the source code to a code that is lower level language, that is the object code. The compiler translates each source code instruction into set of rather than one object code instructions. Generally, the object code is the machine language code. When a compiler compiles a program, the source program does not get executed during the process. It only gets converted to the from that can be executed by the computer. Then we have debuggers. A debugger or the debugging tool is the computer program that is used to test and debug other programs. Typically, debuggers offer functions such as running a program step by step or breaking or pausing the program to examine the current state at some event or specified instructions by means of breakpoints and tracking the values of some variables. Some debuggers have ability to modify the state of program while it is running rather than merely to observe it. It may also be possible to continue execution at the different location in the program to bypass a crash or logical error. Then we have interpreters. Interpreter is another translation program. It takes the source code instruction one at the time, translates and executes it. Then we have linkers. A linker or link editor is a program that takes one or more object files codes generated by a compiler and combine them into a single executed program. When large software involving many programs is to be developed, then the modular approach is adopted. This software is divided into functional modules and separate source programs are written for each module. Each of these source files can then be compiled independent of each other to create a corresponding object file. Eventually, the linker is used to combine all the object files and convert them into a final executed program. And then we have text editor. A text editor is type of program used for the editing plain text files. Many text editor for software developers includes source code syntax, highlighting and automatic completion to make program easier to read and write. Common text editors in Windows environment are Notepad and TextPad. The third broad category is the application software. Application software is designed and developed to accomplish one or more specific tasks or solve a particular problem. Application software may be for commercial or scientific use. There are a wide range of application software we are using for varied purposes. Some major categories of these applications include: we have word processing software which can be used to create, edit, format, save, view or print any text-based document like letters, memos, reports, etc. MS Word is example of word processing software. Another type of the application software is spreadsheet, which we are usually using. It is the software which can be used to create any numeric based document or as numeric data analysis tool. For example, it can be used to make budgets, financial statement, comparative charts, etc. MS Excel is an example of spreadsheet software. Next example is database software. Can be used to store, maintain, manipulate and organize a large set of data. For example, it can be used to maintain address, phone number, directory, client directory, etc. Oracle is an example of database software. Then we have another example of the application software, that is presentation software like MS PowerPoint, which can be used to create and present slideshow. Another example of application is graphic software, which can be used to manage and manipulate pictures, photographs, movies, etc. Photoshop, Illustrator and MS Paint are the example of graphic software. We can also have multimedia authoring application, which can be used to create digital movies with sound, video, animation and interactive features. Mediator 9 is an example of multimedia authoring tools. Another application includes entertainment and education software, industrial automation, business software like inventory management, airline reservations, video game, etc. So dear student, this is all from our software module. Hope you can understand that software is the brain of the computer system. Any piece of the hardware is useless till it has its associated software. We also learned about different type of the system, programming, application and utility software. We learned how each one can be useful either to enhance the computer system's performance or to improve our productivity and efficiency in all our jobs. Availability of such wide variety of software makes computer system infinitely useful in all kind of work areas. I hope you enjoyed the session. Meet you in the next module. Goodbye.